I have 422 friends, yet I'm lonely. I speak to all of them every day, yet none of them really know me. The problem I have sits in the space in between, looking into their eyes or and then on screen. I took a step back and opened my eyes. I look around and realize this media, because social is anything but when we open our computers and it's our doors we shut. All this technology we have is just an illusion. Community, companionship, a sense of inclusion. When you step away from this device of delusion, you awaken to see a world of confusion, a world where we slave to the technology we master, where information gets sold by some rich greedy bastard, a world of self-interest, self-image, self-promotion, where we all share our best bits but leave out the emotion. We at our most happy with an experience we share, but is it the same if no one is there? Be there for your friends and they will be there too, but no one will be if a group message will do. We edit and exaggerate, craft adulation. We pretend not to notice the social isolation. We put our words into order till our life are glistening. We don't even know if anyone is listening. Being alone isn't the problem. Let me just emphasize, if you read a book, paint a picture, or do some exercise, you're being productive and present, not reserved and recluse. You're being awake and attentive and putting your time to good use. So when you're in public and you start to feel alone, put your hands behind your head, step away from the phone. You don't need to stare at your menu or your contact list. Just talk to one another, learn to coexist. I can stand to hear the silence of a busy community train when no one wants to talk for the fear of looking insane. We're becoming unsocial, it no longer satisfied to engage with one another and look into someone's eyes. We're surrounded by children who since they were born have watches, living like robots, and this is the norm. It's not very likely we'll make world's greatest debt if you can entertain a child without using an iPad. When I was a child, I know we'll be home. I'll be out with my friends, on our bike we roam. I will horse in my trainers and graze up my knees, or build our own cry house high up in the trees. Now the park is so quiet it gives me a chill. Send my children outside and the swings hanging still. There's no skipping, no hopscotch, no church and no stepper. We're a generation of idiots, smartphone as dumb people. So look up from your phone, shut down the display, take in your surroundings, make the most of today. Just one real connection is all he can take to show you the difference that being there can make. Be there in the moment as she gives you the look that you remember forever as when love overtook. The time she first held your hand or first kissed your lips. The time you first disagree but still love her to bits. The time you don't have to tell hundreds of what you have just done, because you want to share this moment with just this one. The time you sell your computer so you can buy a ring for the girl of your dreams who is now the reason. The time you want to start a family, and the moment when you first hold your little girl and get to fall in love again. The time she keeps you up at nights and all you want is rest. And the time you wipe away the tears as your baby flees the nest. The time your baby girl returns with a boy for you to hold. And the time he calls granddad and make you feel real old. The time you take in all you have met and you are given life attention. And how you regret you didn't raise it by looking down at some invention. The time you hold your wife's hands, sit down beside her bed, you tell her that you love her, lay a kiss upon her head. She then whispered to you quietly as her heart gave a final beat that she's lucky she got stopped by that lost boy in the street. But none of this time ever happened. We never had any of this. When you are too busy looking down, you don't see the chance you missed. So look up for your phones, shut down the display. We have a finite existence, a set number of days. Don't waste your life getting caught in the net, because when the end comes, nothing's worse than regret. I am guilty too of being part of this machine, this digital world we are heard but not seen. where we type as we talk and read as we chat, where we spend hours together without making eye contact. So don't give in to a life where you follow the hype. Give people your love, don't give them your like. Disconnect from the need to be heard and defined. Go out into the world with distraction behind. Look up for your phone, shut down this display. Stop watching this video, live life the real way.